You are now listening to the Divorce Diaries podcast with your host, well, that's a secret. No names, ages, or any other identifying characteristics will be used as we protect the young and innocent. You'll be taken on a journey as one man considers getting a divorce or remaining married. The Divorce Diaries daily entries chronicle the decision-making processes in real time as they unfold day by day. He hopes to add a bit of clarity to his sometimes muddled mess of a marriage. Cheating, overspending, sex, sadness, and betrayal are the characteristics of this marriage. Is he making the right choice? Welcome to the Divorce Diaries. Entire seasons are released on Patreon weeks before anywhere else. At Divorce Diaries Podcast Patreon page. Link below in description. Now for today's episode.
It's really exciting to know that the truth is only known by one person. Really? There are three sides to every story. Your side, their side, and the truth. And here's a PSA. Remember, if someone tells you something, you only know what they're telling you. If you weren't there and you didn't hear it, if you weren't there and you didn't see it, and someone told you about it, remember, especially in this climate, politically, with COVID, or whatever it is, you only know what people are telling you in the moment. And we all have incentive to lie. Let me see if I can pull a few examples out of my ass really quickly. So, I'm a parent, and if I want my kids to like me, I may not tell them that I cheated on a test when I was in 5th grade. Or let me be more specific with what I want for my kids. And I want my kids to look up to me. I will tend to leave things out that might not make them look up to me. Like, if I want to portray myself as a person with absolute integrity and I uphold a very high and intense moral code of standards for myself, I can't tell you that I stole some candy from the store last week. I'm a kleptomaniac. I stole some Skittles because I wanted them. They fell in the cart, and I noticed that the person forgot to take them out of the cart at Costco, and they didn't scan it, and I knew it. I knew that person didn't scan it, but I just let it go. So I got all these Skittles for nothing, and I knew about it. You're probably not going to tell your kids that story if you want or need or feel the need that they look up to you. So you may not say things. And that's some of the incentives that we have to lie. Based on how we want to be looked at, we may lie or withhold information. And we also have truth incentives. Like me. I've been, I don't know if anybody's ever experienced this. I have, and it doesn't feel good. But when someone is lying on you or telling lies about you, we've all had that happen at one point or another in our lives where someone said something untrue about us. And we feel the need to come back with the actual truth. No, I didn't steal that. I wasn't even there. Well, we've got eyewitnesses that say they saw you there. Okay, who are they? You look over. I haven't seen those people before. Yeah, probably because you were too busy stealing. So, like, no, I haven't seen them before, and I wasn't there. That's the truth. Prove it is what the officers say in their investigation. You show them movie tickets that you purchased on your phone for a movie theater that was nowhere near there at the time of the crime being committed. Those people say, no, it was definitely him. The police say, we believe you. You say, no, I have more proof. I was taking pictures with this person, blah, blah, blah. They contact that person. Yeah, I was there with him at that event across town, not where that crime was being committed. And then the police are like, well, We have conflicting stories now. No, you don't have, I mean, you do have conflicting stories, yeah, but you only know what those people are telling you. Then some other person that may come out, or, they look like you or something, I don't know. And it was a case of maybe some mistaken identity or something like that. Depending on how you're made to feel and what you perceive, you think that the person that's talking to you is telling you the truth. But it's very hard, especially when you don't know an entire situation. Like, my kids don't, because my kids, most of them don't like me or want anything to do with me right now because of stories that my wife has told them. And she's told stories by leaving out parts of that specific story. She's told other stories that are flat out not true. And she's told other stories with things out of place. So my wife tells contextualist stories with a lot of context, but varying context, or in context that you need to interpret. And then once she sees the interpretation is going a particular way, she tends to foster that. And because it goes to whatever incentive she's looking for, which is to be loved and cared for and adored by her children, and not looked at as the person that she is, the adulterer, the liar. And I'm saying those things specifically because, yes, while she has done adulterous things, she has done totally separate things that have nothing to do with adultery that were also lies. The manipulation of children, the application or the attempted widening of wedges between relationships. She doesn't try to get things back together, because you can't get things back together if you're doing one thing on one hand and another thing on another. Like, for instance, my wife said that she doesn't feel safe with me, but after that she went and purchased concert tickets for us to go to a concert out of state. Now, then the two of us were going to drive down well after. So it's very interesting to hear people say, I feel so unsafe. I feel unsafe around you. But they will go themselves, they were not asked, buy really good seats to see a concert, and then call the person that they're so scared of and ask if they'll go. Yep, you could lean in and you could say, oh, well, no, that's just sometimes that's what happens to the abused. They tend to love their captor, their abuser. No, I actually have a laundry list of things that I will not list that my wife did and does. Well, did at that time anyway. Come over to my place, take off work, we get intimate, and then not tell the kids that she came, but can tell the kids that I really don't like this man. I feel that he is verbally abusive, but you'll take days off of work, not on the weekend, but you'll take days off of work so you don't have to tell people that you're sneaking around with your husband. It's a very weird situation to know that the person that you've dealt with is, they're not a truth teller. And it's also very weird when you have people, might be my children, I mean, and they're not very young. There's only one that's young, so she's very moldable, and you can kind of influence her. But I think that's waning for anyone that's trying to manipulate her. I think they're going to have a difficult time as she continues to get older, little by little. And the fact that there are three sides to every story: your side, their side, and what actually happened. Because everyone has a slant and a bias. And it's funny, the most dangerous people that I've met are the people that are the most gullible. Oh my gosh, they say we need to wear masks. I'm putting a mask on my eyeballs and my mouth. So what the fuck are you doing? Okay, they just came out and said masks aren't really all that effective. Well, I don't know. I'm still going to wear a mask, like, over my eyeballs. Okay, well, if you are going to wear one, you should probably get a KN95 mask. And those are kind of expensive. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, well, hold on. Are you concerned about your health, or how much the mask costs? Well, I mean, I am concerned about my health, but I think these masks are okay. I mean, they've been working. Wait. The people that just told you masks work now just told you there's a more effective mask. Why aren't you believing that part of their story? Well, you see, people pick and choose what they want to believe and go with. And sometimes those people are parents or spouses, friends, significant others, whatever. It's really tough when there are three sides to every story and a individual person can pick to believe one side or the other, or always be on the relentless pursuit for truth. I definitely am looking forward to getting a divorce because my wife bends the truth, leaves out truthful elements that she could say because they don't make her look good. And knowing that this person is the mother of my children, it makes my heart break. Because I watch them direct all of their anger and vitriol toward me, which it may be fair to give me some. But to watch children trust a parent that isn't truthful, and watch anyone trust anyone that's not truthful, like, it hurts me. This isn't really about, I'm not trying to get political, because let me see if I can say this in the best way possible. Dr. Anthony Fauci, as far as COVID's concerned, has held differing opinions at different times. That should reduce the amount of trust you have for someone when their overall, I don't want to say platform, but their opinion changes. And it's okay for opinions to change, but when the person can't really say why their opinion changed or give you a new way forward based on their opinion changing, it's difficult, or it should be difficult, for people to just lean into trust this person. That should be difficult. So I don't know what to say about that. All I know is the people that trust blindly or blame blindly, condemn blindly, I'm learning are some of the worst people in the world. Not quite as bad as the ones that are willfully deceiving you, like my wife, but the people that are believing that. And especially my kids, when I think of them believing the things that my wife says, but they also have firsthand experience with me and are choosing to not look at that as well as whatever she may or may not be saying about me. It's just really tough watching people not figure it out, or even not even try to figure it out. It's tough to watch.
Wow, that was the Divorce Diaries podcast. The Daily Saga will continue tomorrow. The full season's episodes are on Patreon now. Subscribe for early access. Click the Patreon link in the description. Hopefully these entries help our anonymous recorder as a form of his own personal therapy. That's his hope and his intention. Will these recordings of life's curveballs lead this family to the best resolution in the end? We'll keep listening. New episodes are released daily on all podcast players, but all episodes are available on Patreon at Divorce Diaries Podcast Patreon page. Until next time.